Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Utah Utes, Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Utes will kick it off to get us underway. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Here's the handoff. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on first down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these first downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Pulls it in, it's Payne. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Complete to the right. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Makes the catch. It's Baker. What a cut. Now he's loose. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, TCU.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. From the gun to give, looking for room. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Here comes the heat. Crosses the 45. It's loose. Offense scoops it up and still going. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Spears. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Utes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Connection to the right. And he makes a completion there, set up and in business at the 20. The Utes are flying down the field. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Hauls it in. Turning it on. And they finally get him stopped, and it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
We've seen really nice balance here on this drive. Quarterback's 3 for 3. He's picking this defense apart. They've also run the ball well, too, and here they are down close to the goal line. This defense has no idea.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Utes! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Baker. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Bunch formation for these receivers. Takes the handoff. It's Bray. Got the first down and more. Wide open spaces. Then some touchdown, Horned Frogs. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to go up top on first down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll try the run. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in. It's Green. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The offense in its own end still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on fourth. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. And the Utes want to move quickly.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, fourth down, in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
The Utes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase. I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
And the Utes are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Grabbed in the middle. It's Green. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
It's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
The Utes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on first down. He'll take a shot. And to the end zone. Touchdown, Utah!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Very intriguing Big 12 matchup today, gentlemen. Here's a look at how it finished up. Wake Forest packed a wallop today, and in many ways felt like it packed Deeks Nation with them too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead it felt like a walk through the park in Winston-Salem. Just another week in the Big 12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
And Kevin Connors, there he goes! A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Pressure coming. He's got him wrapped up.
And this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities, mission number one, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. He'll throw it. Got a man, it's James. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Didn't get enough to move the sticks, but enough to leave them with the decision.
And the defense did a great job. Understanding the sticks, rallying to the football, getting them on the ground. And you're right, Reese, fourth and short, that means decision time. Or, for us, green light, go for it.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Trying to get it to the marker. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
and he gets the first down. And I guess, fourth down just means I'm going for it just about every time in nowadays football.
The thing with analytics, David, is that you have to be brave enough to go against what you've always thought, being sound in the kicking game, kick it and play defense.
Yeah, those days are out the window. Now you've got a card that tells you your percentages of getting it on fourth down and scoring and not kicking field goals and a whole nother area to monitor in case of coaching.
Grab behind the line. It's Brave. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. It's James. Not just hard-nosed running, that's cement-nosed running as he gets it to the 25. The Horned Frogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to pass. Rush is on him. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. The 40. The 20. Touchdown, Utes! The defense does the work itself with the pick six.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got it in the middle, it's Baker. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Horned Frogs in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Gray. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Horned Frogs in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Gray. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Catch in the middle. It's Bray. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to the end zone. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Trying to take it back. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
Man, what a play. Now you're setting your offense up for great position, but you want to make big plays as a defense. Not only make big plays, return it a long way down the field. You wanted a touchdown, obviously, but you set your offense up in great scoring position.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that will extend their lead even further. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Horned Frogs will kick it away to crank up the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Quarterback on the keeper. Got room at the 35. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
To the air on second down. He'll take the deep shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking, and something's a little bit off. And I like the deep shot down the field. At least it wasn't an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
Makes the grab. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And the Utes have their offense in high gear. The give on the option. Got the first down and more. Touchdown, Utah! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points, and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't...
He's going to let it go. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, TCU!
And that's exactly why you do play action. You freeze linebackers, you freeze safeties, you open up spots on the field and take big shots. The offense capitalizes and gets the big touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. USC is down right now, but this lead is not insurmountable. This is a program that's produced Keyshawn Johnson and Lynn Swann. So big playmaking is always a possibility. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Indiana. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. It's Green. Bulldozes his way through. He'll work his way down to the 28.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, that's an incompletion, and really poor accuracy by the quarterback there. When you're throwing the ball down the field, you don't need to make it perfect, but you do got to put it somewhere around your receiver. You got to give him an opportunity to go up and make a play for it.
Extending the play. He rolls all the way down the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
And that is such a gut punch for this defense because you're trailing in the game. You're trying to get off the field. You think you got the quarterback in the backfield for a sack, and he's able to escape, scramble, and go pick up.
Touchdown, Utes! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. On the move from inside his 5. He's chased out of bounds inside the 15. They'll mark him out at his own 14-yard line. Not much on that kick return. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Baker.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
They get to him as he throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
The Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Grab near the marker. It's Rodgers. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Second down coming up. Looking to fire. That's reeled in. It's Briggs. Pulled down for the tackle. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. The sure hands, it's Rodgers. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Brings up 4th down.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grab near the sticks. It's Ezukama. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, the gamble pays off offensively. 4th down, being aggressive, and they throw for it. How about the job the receiver does winning his route and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football?
Give to the running back. Won't back down from anyone. Delivers the blow and gets it to the 29. as they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up.
38, TCU 21.
So the final period starts with a second down play. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Brave. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down.
Throws toward the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes a grab. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that is the perfect way to cap off this drive. This thing started way back on their 2-yard line, and they methodically marched it down the field. You saw a little bit of everything on this drive, so at the very end, you pay it off. Really nice job running down in the red zone for the score.
They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Right on the money.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Gives it on the option. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his feet to buy time. Ball is loose. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. Might be calling a hot route. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
And that's a play the defense had to have, right? You're down in the game. Offense wants to stay aggressive and go for it on 4th, and they're throwing it. All you got to do is get one stop, regain the momentum, give it back to your offense, and they could not come up with the play.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Really nice job by the defense that time, stopping the option. Everyone accounted for it. You saw the quarterback. He was holding it. He was running wider and wider out to the perimeter of the field. But this defense has really good speed. But they made that play because everybody was on the same page. Nice job.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Utes come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Calls his own number. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. Touchdown, Utah! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And that extra point is a big one, as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. On the run, fires downfield. On target over the middle. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Just keep slinging it. Caught near the sticks. It's James. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. And the Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Shoots it to the left. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Going the other way, and he's got room. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to score.
Oh, they knock it free! And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
And the Utes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Under fire. And that one's way too far for everybody.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decision.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Utes! And the route is on. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
Yeah, I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score came on an impressive run from the 20. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Starts the drive trying to go up top. He wants a big play here late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Dances away to buy time. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. Here's the pressure. It's complete to the left. Oh, he's got some space. Running through contact. And he'll go